Alright, Nick, in this video, we're going to compare and contrast two video clips from today. The clip on the left-hand side is a clip where you got a really nice result. You drove the ball hard to left field. It was a pitch on the inner half, and you can see the location in terms of height right here. This is the path of the pitch. Now, the clip on the right-hand side is a clip where you didn't get a great result. You kind of had a lazy pop-up, but you'll notice that the height of the pitch is pretty much the same here. You can see this green line. One difference in this pitch is the location was a little bit further out over the plate as opposed to being middle half. Okay, and so what I want to do in this video is basically break down what's working on the left-hand side and show you how it's a little bit different on the right-hand side. And then we can address why things are going a little bit differently from pitch to pitch. Okay, so first let's take a look on the left-hand side at what's going right. And we're going to see here, ignore this circle for right now, but we're going to see here that you get into your negative move, and it's a great negative move. You do a good job bringing this knee in towards your back knee. You do a fantastic job keeping this back knee inside of your back foot. And the next thing we're going to see is your positive move and your load. And you do a phenomenal job creating energy towards the ball and getting to a fantastic launch position. Here's your launch position, and what we can see is a good base, great bend in the knees. We can see the shoulders are turned slightly inward. The eyes are slightly in front of the belly button, so if you turned your head and looked at us, your head would be right in the middle of your body. You can see the knob of the bat is pointed towards the catcher. The barrel of the bat's close to your head. So in terms of being in a launch position, you're perfect. Now, we're going to go ahead and track you forward into the point of contact. And the first thing I want to point out is how great of a job you do getting extended after the point of contact. So here you see you drove the ball out in front because it's a middle half pitch. And I want you to watch, after you make contact, how the barrel of your bat continues to work up the plane of the pitch. You see that? And you get nice extension with your arms after the point of contact. And then you finish high here. So that's a good finish. The other thing I want to point out is that if we look right here, I've drawn a circle around your head at this point and a dot at your eye. And what I've addressed to you before is that we want to keep this head still all the way into the point of contact. And sometimes for you, this head kind of goes backwards as you're finishing your swing. But if you watch right here, as you're continuing into the point of contact, your head stays relatively still. So that's fantastic. So we looked at two things in this clip. One, good extension, the barrel of the bat continuing to work up the plane of the pitch after the point of contact. And number two, the eyes and the head are staying firm through the swing into the point of contact. So there's not a lot of head movement here. Now on the right-hand side, what I want to point out first is that your preparation to swing is exactly the same as the left-hand side. It's great. You're going to see a great negative move here. The knee turns in towards the back knee. You can see the back knee's on the inside of the back foot. Next, you're going to see your positive move with a great load. And you're going to see when you get landed, you're in the exact same launch position. Good knee bend, good base of the feet. Shoulders are turned slightly inward. The eyes are slightly in front of the belly button, so there's good balance here. Barrel of the bat close to your head. Knob pointed towards the catcher. So your launch, your preparation to swing is exactly the same from one pitch to the next, which is great. Let's go ahead and take you forward to contact here. All right, there's your point of contact right there. And the first thing you're going to notice that's a little bit different is once you make contact, you don't work up the plane of the pitch with the barrel of the bat. Instead, these hands tend to roll over. Watch right here how as soon as you hit it, your hands roll right over. And as a result, the barrel of your bat does not continue to work up the plane of the pitch. Instead, it works across. And you're not able to get a nice high finish as a result of rolling those hands. The second thing you're going to notice right here, and if we look on the left, we'll look at the same thing. There's a circle around your head in both positions, a dot at your eyes. As you continue your swing in this clip, you're going to see your head moves back a whole lot more. Let's go ahead and watch. Right there's the point of contact, and look at how much further your head is moved back. Your eyes were here, and they went all the way back to there. And so when your eyes are moving like that, number one, it's going to make it a whole lot more difficult for you to get through the ball. Number two, the ball is going to move a little bit more on you. So it's going to affect your hand-eye coordination. Whereas in the left-hand clip, when you saw that middle half pitch, you're going to see here your eyes really don't move at all. Your eyes stay locked in the whole time. So now that we see two things you're doing right on the left-hand side, two things you're doing wrong on the right-hand side, we got to figure out, well, why is that happening? And I'm going to address that right now. And I know this video has gotten a little bit long, but it's important that you understand the difference between a successful swing and an unsuccessful swing. Now, on the right-hand side, because you're looking at an inside pitch, your first move is fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and take you one clip forward or one frame forward into your heel plant. And when you get into your heel plant, take a look at this lead elbow. We got great bend right here in this lead arm. And your hands are working closer to your body because there's that bend in the lead arm. Now, if I take you one frame forward on the right-hand side, watch the difference. Look how this lead arm tends to stiffen out. You see the ball out over the plate, and you lock your arm out. You see that? And when you lock your arm out like that, it's going to make it more difficult for you to get through the ball with your hands. The other thing you're going to notice is that your hands get closer to the hitting zone here when you make that first move like this. But when you lock that arm out like that, your hands are further away from the hitting zone. So you're also going to be slower getting into the hitting zone, right? Now, because of that first move, this poor first move right here alters the entire course of your swing. Once you lock that arm out like that, it makes it difficult for you to pull the bottom hand through. As a result, the head starts to work backwards into the point of contact, and because your head works backwards, you can't get extended through the ball, and the barrel of the bat won't work up the plane of the pitch for you. In contrast, on the left-hand side, when you make a good, strong first move by keeping that lead arm bent and leading with the elbow, keeping your hands closer to your body, we're able to get to the ball quicker, our head's able to stay still, and once we make contact, we're able to work the barrel of the bat up the plane of the pitch. And that's a significant difference. So here's a couple things you need to think about. Back when I first bought this software, Don Slaught, the creator of the software, who used to be the Tigers hitting instructor, he talked a little bit about his work with Placido Polanco back when they went to the ALCS. And one of the things he talked about with Placido is when Polanco was really going right, he was looking for the pitch up and in and trying to drive that up the middle. In other words, what that did is by looking for the pitch up and in, up here and in, he was able to keep his hands closer to his body. As you can see right here, how close those hands stay to the body. And then he can make an adjustment when he saw the ball outside and drive it to right field. And you can see here with Polanco, once he plants that front foot, those eyes stay locked in. And it's a lot because of that first move he makes with the hands. Once he plants, this lead elbow is going to stay bent. The hands are going to stay close to the body. And he's able to pull the bat through the hitting zone into the point of contact and get nice extension. And that was simply, number one, because of his mindset. He was looking for up and in, and he was looking to drive that pitch up the middle. In order to drive that pitch up the middle, he would have to keep his hands close to his body. And then he would adjust according to where the pitch went. But his hands always stayed close. So that's something to think about. And I'd encourage you to watch this video 3 or 4 times and take some notes. Come back with any questions you have. But it's a big piece of how you're going to improve from pitch to pitch to pitch.